don't sell your land. And specifically I'll mention, don't sell the property to outsiders. Now if you see COLE, it is full with outsiders. Everyone asks for lawyers, but you're the first person that I know at least who is putting out an option, hey, I can help you amicably settle this. I like that concept. Instead of going to the court fighting for years, if I go through this amicable settlement, a lot of properties can be settled, a lot of emotions can be rejoined, a lot of families can come together apart from the other crime. Most things are happening of land grabbing cases. Now the property prices have gone to 60,000, 65,000, 70,000. So how Goan can afford buying land in his own village? The influx is so much. What our children are going to do, where they will be, where they'll go. Sawantwadi, Karwar, Hubli.
There are a lot of things that are happening which Goans don't even know.
Then he said, अच्छा आप मुझे एक काम करो, मुझे power of attorney दे दो, आपका सब मैं काम करके दूंगा. I asked auntie, who is that person? Since I don't know, Baba. Auntie said, you don't know him and you're ready to give power of attorney. One power of attorney can spoil whole of properties. Too many cases, people make MOU paying 1 lakh rupees. And that person will never pay you again. And he'll not allow you to sell your own property. Bhatkar Mundkar case. I think maybe 50% of these cases, most of the properties have this problem. How it has to be solved, that also I will tell you. And if you don't do that, take it from me, in today's date, there are aliens waiting to grab the properties. I can give you 100 examples like how people cheat. There is one case.
If you are a landowner, if you've been struggling with disputes going on for years in the courts, this is a podcast every Goan should watch because land is gold in Goa. We have with us Mr. Raghu Shetiya. You all know him as the founder of DNA, but this podcast not only explores what he is doing for the property industry in Goa, in a very amicable way, he can help you resolve your issues out of court. It's unheard of, but it's something that is now available. So listen to this podcast for that. Besides that, he also shares his life story about how he started DNA and the various other ventures he's working on, including a new taxi app called Bondi. So it's very interesting. I have learned so much from this podcast. So let's get straight into this interview with Mr. Raghu Shetiya. Welcome, Mr. Raghu Shetiya.
Hi.
It's a pleasure to have you on the podcast, on the Creative Genesis podcast. You know, we live in such a beautiful state. Okay, everybody wants to live in Goa. Everybody wants to at least holiday in Goa.
Definitely.
And because of this, one of the biggest problems we have in Goa is land.
Yes.
One of the biggest problems is land.
Yes.
And I'm very pleased to meet you because you are the only person that I know of who can help all of our Goans who are struggling with the various issues concerning land. And especially you say that you are the one to go to when it comes to amicable settlement of land issues. Everyone can go to court. Well, not everyone. Some can't afford it. It's too much trouble. Some are living abroad. Okay. So we are here to talk about land and amicable settlement of land, which is very unique because not anyone that I know offers this. In fact, even in the Bible, it says, before you go to court, sit with your brother, discuss and settle.
Oh, I see.
It does say that in the Bible.
Okay.
So it is a very good thing to do because, see, as you know, our courts are already overburdened.
Yes.
Once you go to the court, it's a lot of trouble for both parties and both parties end up spending a lot of money. The court has valid use in our society. We need to use it. However, if you can settle amicably, then that's one of the best things.
Yes.
So, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so
Let's
much.
get right into it. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Tell us, what are the various issues our Goans face? Okay, we have farmers, we have people who live outside of Goa but own land here. We have people whose old parents are in Goa, they are abroad.
Correct.
We have even influential families who have issues, but they don't want their names to be in the papers or in the court.
Yes.
So, tell us.
See, it is a very sensational topic of the land, because nowadays if you see, apart from the other crime, most things are happening of land grabbing cases. So first advice I normally give to all my Goan brothers, sister Goans is, don't sell your land unless it is very much necessary for your livelihood or it is giving you some burden on you, you cannot maintain it. Then only you have to sell the property. And specifically I'll mention, don't sell the property to outsiders. My always thing is that you have to protect Goa. Goa is a very small state. If you see the kilometer wise, it is like 100 kilometers, 100 kilometers. Part is Western Ghats, then this side is the CRZ. So what we Goans remain with a very small piece of land. And what happens is when you sell the land to the outside, I'm not against the outsiders. I'll say all our Indians are equal. Everybody has a right to go to any of the state. Though we didn't get a special status, but any person in Goa can from India can come to Goa and buy land. What happens is economy of Goa or the income ratio in Goa compared to other, like for example Delhi, their payment capacity or they're wealthy than Goans.
Yeah, and that normally happens because even if they sell a 2 BHK apartment, for example, in Delhi, they make how much? 2-3 crore?
Yeah.
More than that?
More than that.
More than that. And then buying land in Goa is so much cheaper.
Yes.
Right? Buying an apartment, most of them.
Now there is no more cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, it's gone crazy expensive.
See, for example, so village like Shivali. Beautiful village. It's still beautiful. Once upon a time, Shivali was like more beautiful with the coconut trees, mango trees, then we call it a zari, then small churches, and small devla, and the tradition of Gumat, and even Sunday mass, all used to get together. Now if you see Sioli, it is full with outsiders. And 15 years ago, I've been into property business for last 24 years. Property prices were like 15,000, 20,000. If it is road touching this, that property was 25,000. Now the property prices have gone to 60,000, 65,000, 70,000. So how Goan can afford buying land in his own village? His grandfather built a house. Then there are 3-4 brothers, they stayed in there. Now there are grandchildren, family is growing. If the person from Shivoli, or I'm not taking only Shivoli, any other parts are like Moira is there, Aldona is there. Those families, the second generation, are not able to afford to buy the land or the apartment in their own village. So first is that I will say that avoid selling property to outsiders. Give priority to Goan. In anything, give priority to Goan. If you want to give a land, give it to a local builder. Or somebody may be there in your family who has done civil engineering, passed out, or maybe a contractor. You may earn little less. Give priority to Goan builders. That's what I would say.
But why? Why should people give priority to our local Goans?
I told you, the influx is so much. Then where we will go? See what has happened for example, in France. There are a lot of migrants, the people from other country. They bought a land. The price have gone up. The locals could not afford. Then what happens is your lifestyle changes. Okay. Then your culture changes. Your friends change. You will be scattered in your own state. So one thing is what? Okay. You want to sell a land because your children are abroad. Nobody is to look at the encroachment happening. Then you sell. But before selling, give one chance to the locals. And then if you cannot afford, he cannot afford, then you can give it to others. But if somebody is giving you, say 50,000 per square meter, if a builder from any Delhi, Bombay, wherever you say, and the Goan is giving 45,000 per square meter, I request them to Goan ka rakh di. That is my.
That's true. What's happening in Goa is happening to many places where tourism is big.
Yes.
They've now become Airbnb cities, where because of Airbnb, because of tourism, during the season, they can earn a lot more money renting it out to tourists.
Yes.
So the locals can't afford it themselves.
Yes.
Locals have to go to backward areas where they have not lived, their parents are not lived. So that's exactly what's happening to Goa. So can you tell us what are the side effects of us selling our land to outsiders?
So as I told you, see, property price go up. Normal common man of Goa, he cannot buy a land in his own village. Suppose I am from say Santa Cruz, Mirche. I definitely like to stay. Even my children want to stay in Santa Cruz, nearby areas. Now, if somebody comes with a bigger project, mega project, and say, this land is like like 1 lakh rupees square meter, how I'll afford that? That's what happened is our culture changes. All the dynamics change when the outside people come and invest in Goa. They have to be, economy has to go up, but in a balanced way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say about the spirit of Goa, right?
Yes.
Goans have a certain attitude towards life. They have a certain, they're very peace-loving people, right? But when that changes, then it doesn't feel like Goa anymore. It could feel like another Delhi or Mumbai or Bangalore or Hyderabad.
Yes.
So I totally agree with you. What are the issues Goans are facing when it comes to land? They are landowners. I think many of them are abroad. Many of them have elderly parents, even farmers. And this is something very unique you've come up with, amicable settlement.
Yes.
Yeah. So no one asks for that.
Yes.
Everyone asks for lawyers. Everyone asks for how do we do this. But you're the first person that I know at least who is putting out an option. Hey, I can help you amicably settle this. Why have you offered this service?
I've been into this business for last 20-25 years. And most of the cases, there is a dispute in the title. Title means the history of the property. The title is the ownership of the property. 1 and 14 is not the final document. 1 and 14 is your property, like a property card. What happens is there are n number of problems. One is family dispute among brother, sister, dispute among father, son. Then there is a dispute with a munkar and batkar. There is a tenancy and a batkar. Then there is encroachment. Somebody has put somebody else's name in your property in your absence. So what happens is, suppose for example, Goan working in London. His parents are here. And somebody comes, he changes his 114 name and puts someone else's name. So now my friend who is staying in London, he cannot come oftenly. And the parents who are here, they are old. They cannot run around courts every time. So amicable settlement is, I am not like a judge to tell you this, that. So what I do is like, with the help of the lawyers, not without lawyer, with the help of the court, helping the court, there is something called amicus curiae, that is friend of a court.
Amicus?
Amicus curiae.
Curiae.
Yeah. Okay. C-U-R-A-I. So that is a new thing has coming up. I have gone through that concept. And court appoints, when court finds that you need advice, so they made a panel or appoint few lawyers, and they court advise them to make a mediator. So I like that concept. So I thought if I go through this amicable settlement, a lot of properties can be settled, lot of emotions can be rejoined, lot of families can come together, lot of differences, instead of going to the court fighting for years. And this, I thought it as like a social responsibility, as well as if this works, it will be first of its kind in Goa. And many businesses will, as I told you, families will get together in peaceful manner. The property disputes, your money will be saved. And I'm involving lawyers, good lawyers, prominent lawyers, with minimal fees, minimum time, saving the time, money, everything. Dispute is set.
How do you save time?
I don't know whether to tell you or not, because nowadays court is overburdened. Most of the courts. There are district court, there are civil court, there are other courts, there are high court, the Supreme Court. There are few cases, I tell you. One property which I am doing, they are going to court for the past 27 years. 27 years. So they came to me 15 years ago, and I was doing the dispute settlement. That is like a family dispute among the brothers, and the family and the tenant issue.
Both things are.
So what happened here was, the tenants, I would say not the tenant, they are encroachers. They took advantage of these old people because both brothers are fighting, and they started doing illegal structures. These people became old, so they could not go to their own land. And those tenants or whoever the encroached people who are staying, they started giving someone else's land to third party to build like scrap yards, garage, cement blocks. So that time I intervened and I said, we'll settle it. But somehow because of internal issues, it couldn't. But now they are not there. They could not enjoy their own property. Now their children are there. They have come to me. I'm doing the settlement. Maybe in 1-2 months I will clear it.
Oh, so it's nearly about to settle.
Yes.
That's good to know. Wow. Can you talk about some other cases where you worked where it was very difficult and you were able to successfully resolve this?
See, there are many cases. I will not take the names. There are few business houses. There are few senior citizens whom, I'll not take the pride on me as I solved it. See, I'll tell you, I was staying in Porvorim before, and in front of one supermarket, I saw a person. I've told in other interviews also. And his person, talking to one senior citizens. They might be 75, 80-year-old. And they were, I think, Santro or some car over there. I can visualize. And he's telling them like, Mummy ji, aap mera maa hai, jaisa hai. Uncle, aap mera daddy hai, ye hai, wo hai. I was listening. I was waiting for my friend.
Oh, this was happening right on the road?
Yeah. Right. I'm standing there, right opposite the supermarket. Okay. And they are sitting in the car. And this, like, हाथ जोड़ के, like, मम्मी जी. So then he said, अच्छा आप मुझे काम करो, मुझे power of attorney दे दो, आपका सब मैं काम करके दूंगा. Then I said, Ari, what power of attorney is asking? So I was a bit curious. I slowly moved closer to him. And he said, then he came, like namaste, and went. So after he went, I went there. And I asked, Auntie, who is that person? She said, I don't know, Baba. I just met him in the supermarket, and I was talking to my daughter or someone about the property. He came after me and he said, I am buying the property, and he's asking me power of attorney to give, and he's very nice, very nice person. Mm-hmm. This lady is telling. Mm-hmm. And he said, you don't know him and you're ready to give power of attorney? First thing he said, don't give power of attorney. Consult your lawyer. Consult whoever, your solicitors or legal you take. And I stopped that. I didn't take the numbers, otherwise I would have talked. So, but she said, Ari, Dev bare karu tuka. We didn't know that. One power of attorney can spoil whole of properties. Mm. There are many cases like that. The family dispute. I was settling one dispute among two brothers. So I remember when we were speaking about this earlier, you said that guy found out and he came and fought with you. Yeah. So how did he find out? No, I went there. He was desperate. He was walking on the footpath, like, when they are leaving. So I thought he might be there. Went and I went. So he came there. आपको क्या लगता है ये सब? I said, तुम कौन है? अबे हमारा गोवा का है. तुम उसको क्या पावर ऑफ अटर्नी बच, तुम कौन, मम्मी है, डैडी है, बोलते तुम्हारा माँ है वो हमारा. Sorry, but I get sometimes emotional on that. So it's like many cases like. So wait, so he started arguing with you. He's like, who are you? Yeah. Then lot of things happened. I also showed him what I am. Okay. But this I know happened in front of me. There are many cases, too many cases. People make MOU, paying 1 lakh rupees. And आमचे गोंयकार बोले, okay, power of attorney, MOU, take 1 lakh rupees, and that person will never pay you again, and he'll not allow you to sell your own property. Yeah, I've heard of this. Many cases are there. So, reason behind starting this is not only amicable settlement, create one awareness about your own properties, about your own state, about the future of your state. Now, if we sell everything because of some money, what our children are going to do, where they will be, where they'll go, Sawantwadi, Karwar, Hubli. We cannot, sell everything for the sake of money. That's why I tell, if it is most urgent, if you want to sell in need, then you sell. I can give you 100 examples like how people cheat. There is one case, This happened with me.
Okay.
That still case is going on. It can be on the record. One person, XYZ person, came to me saying that this land belongs to him. I saw there are many names, De Costa, some names were there. And in between his name is there. I said, Arey Baba, all 8 names are Catholic names. How your Hindu name came in between? No, he said, Raghu, my grandfather had some document, Alvara, these, that and all. So the property was worth around 50, 60 crores. Everything was forged. Our company gave him 50 lakhs as an advance, and then we went to detailed title search, and we came to know that it was forgedly his name was put. I went to the deputy collector and I asked in the court, open court, sir, what is this? There again, how that name came, I don't have to tell you how his name came on someone else's property. Now he is absconding. Being so, well versed in the property, still there are people who will cheat for the land. So you have to be very vigilant on your properties. You have to visit your properties. You have to check all the documents, original, never share your originals, never give power of attorney. Few people ask, कि अरे MOU चाहिए नहीं चाहिए, we'll put a paper notice, you give a consent. In Mapsa one case happened. So they said the owner was quite good. He said, I don't want your money, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, no token. I'm not giving you power of attorney. I'm not giving you any kind of MOU. Okay, ठीक है चलो. Okay, ठीक है. We'll pay you one-time payment. But before we buy a property, give a consent for, put a paper notice. With the signature, just to give a consent on the paper, he went to the court saying that this person has given me consent.
For what?
Means you are in consent to sell the property to me.
Oh.
And it took almost 6-7 months for the owner to go to the court and get out of this.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of things that are happening which Goans don't even know.
Don't even know.
Right?
Yes.
So this is a great opportunity to make a list of all the things people should look out for and avoid.
Yes.
So can you share that?
See, one is that, as I told you, documentation of your properties. Secondly, fence all your properties. If it's a land, you fence it properly. Put a board. This property belongs to so and so. If you don't want to put the mobile number, trespassers, or all these boards you can put. Secondly, don't discuss your property or wealth to any third person who you don't know. You go to the lawyer, you go to the CA, you go to your relatives or your close friend whom you know for the years. Discuss with them. If you want to sell your property, go to good real estate agents. There are good real estate agents. Goans are there, and you approach the builders. You can approach Credai. You can approach me. I don't charge anything. I'll give advice. What you have to do, all those things. Then keep checking your 1N14 every 6 months and 1 year. You have to check from. It is online. Government has made it online. You can download or you can Mahitigar you will get. Check all those papers. Even if you have apartment, it is locked, and you are staying abroad. You have to put someone and check whether your apartment is in a proper. It is locked. Is someone encroached it? Those things are, I think, it is every Goan should know.
Okay, you've given 2 things.
Yeah.
One, the other thing is also never sign an MOU.
Never. Yeah. Unless you know the person. Suppose there are good builders in Panjim, Margao, Vasco. They have been into business for the last 30-40 years. If you trust the builder, if you know the builder, if you see the reputation of
and
the
if
builder.
they are local.
That's what I always say, priority Goan. Locals.
If they are from out of Goa, then they may be established there, but over here they could come and...
Yeah, see what happens
is that what you're saying?
Yes. See, if they MOU, one is that for the payment they may delay or they may not give. After paying, say that no, now we don't have our money, you come after 6 months. After 1 year we'll see. Then what you're going to do? Your property is blocked. Okay, once you sign MOU, then they will say few people to joint ventures. Joint venture is, suppose you have a land and I'm a builder from wherever, Noida, anywhere. I'll sign MOU with JV with you, joint venture. So in return I'll not give you money, but in return I'll give you apartments. So when the apartment they give, how much area they give, whether they give you carpet area, whether they give you super built up area, or are they including other amenities, open spaces in that, and that you are giving, what rate you are buying. Suppose you sell me a land of 1 crore and I'll say that I will give you apartment worth 1 crore. For the people you might be selling that for 1 crore. For the owner you should give at 75 lakhs or 80 lakhs. These technical things are very important, which outside builders will not tell you. If you have local builder, you can go to our good architects. There are valuers, very nice people you have in Panjim, Goa, everywhere. कोणाक जर विचारलें तरी म्हाका अशें अशें जालां, मातशें हेल्प करता. I don't know. Definitely people help. So I would say this is the priority.
Another thing is never give power of attorney.
You can give to your son, daughter, depends upon if at all necessary. Some people misuse also. It's very sad. Take parents' power of attorney, mother's power of attorney. Without their knowledge, they sell it. And there are n number of cases happen like that. So it happens mostly with the senior citizens. For the make a quick money, people have taken money from others, keeping their property pledged with someone, and parents don't know. And all of a sudden one day some person comes and say, "Arey, I have a right on this." So that's a sad part.
Yeah. So in short, these are the 4 things people should look out for, right? Can you give us some other instances of how Goans have been cheated of their land? Encroachment is a big problem. Mundkars also have taken land, and which is happening in Goa. Then people abroad who cannot visit their land here, they have trouble, right?
Yes. See, Mundkar, tenant, and the Batkar. Batkar is the owners. Mundkar and tenants are, they are the tenants of that property. As per the Mundkar Act, person should get 200, 400 square meter. As per the law, they should get. But what happens is, there are n number of cases, Batkar, Mundkar cases. I think maybe 50% of these cases, most of the properties have this problem. How it has to be solved, that also I will tell you. Then there are properties like owners are here and children are abroad. I'll tell you one story. I'd gone to one place in Chinchini and I started one small social service like organization. It is almost free. I was charging 100 rupees per day from one house and one motorbike. What we used to do every day, go to that house, check what all, how the things are like, take the surround, one look around, if anything is broken, are they safe, that medically you require anything, electricity bill, water bill, taking them to medical, hospital, anything, if they want to go to wedding, church, wherever in the festival. So my person will go, he will take a list of that and he will try to arrange or provide the things they require when their children are abroad.
Ah, lovely.
So I started that concept, but many people will say, "Arey, I'm giving you 100 rupees. You should go and get bhaji. You should take my parents to hospital." 100 rupees, how I will do all those things? So somehow people worked, and then also so one house I visited in Chinchini, and I'm seeing that old people are sitting and they have some property to sell, and they called me and I told Patron, I said I could see 2 people, suspicious movement. When we were talking, they're moving around kitchen, looking from there, peeping from the window. So I asked him, who are these people? So he said, don't talk loudly, because they are the staff or maid they bought from some other state, and they are the people who are feeding them, giving them a bath, everything. If they go run away, We don't have anyone. We have 3 sons, all are abroad. And I will say that the people who are listening through your podcast, whose parents are old and in Goa, you should look after them. I'm not saying everybody, maybe 90% people are taking care of them and they are going abroad because there are no employment reason. For any reason they might have gone, because we cannot blame them. They're going to do hard work. They're not going there for enjoying or relaxing or holidays. But what is going behind your back in your own state? The old parents. So I said, okay, fine, uncle. Okay, I'll not talk loudly. Then.
But what was his fear? If you talk loudly, why would they leave?
No, why would they leave means they are interested in what we are talking. Property selling, buying, selling,
okay.
like that. 50 lakh melta. They were curious. So when next time I visited, second time I visited, I saw there was one clock used to be there at the entrance.
Grandfather's clock.
Maybe, very beautiful, big clock, maybe 3 feet height, and with that, with that bell, ting ting, that bell. So I saw that is missing there. So I asked Patra uncle, what happened? They couldn't see. Someone has stolen. I said, who stole it? Then he was, like quiet. I said, police, will do police come? He said, no. So it was stolen by the servants and the maids, who was taking undue advantage of their old parents because they knew that children are not here. They are the boss. And they are the king of that property.
What do you think would be your advice to children whose parents are alone in Goa?
They themselves should think what is their duty, other than I telling them what they have to do for their parents. It is individual inner soul. Like when you pray to God, maybe Allah, maybe to Krishna, Jesus, we pray with one intention. Maybe in different, God is in different form. We with the one intention to keep us safe. Bless all. When we say bless all, that includes your parents also. And when they're helpless, please take care of them. And don't leave them. And you only will come for the Diwali and Christmas and they'll enjoy. No. You have to, they need your love. They need your affection. So when you come, you take care of your own properties also. Your own land. Maybe you have a small house. Everybody doesn't have big houses. Maybe small house. You have to take care of your properties. That's why I request.
Can you give us an example of the munkars? How do people? Because you said you will, help us understand how to solve that also.
See, munkar law and tenancy law, both are different. I will not go into the deep, because that is a legal subject. It depends upon person to person, property to property. Who can claim tenancy? Who can be the munkar? One munkar can be munkar in 3 properties? No. So, as per the Munkar Act, how much he is allowed to build or get the property from the bigger parcel of the land. But I think such cases will go on for years and years. For example, I settled one property in Kundai. So there was a dispute among, but dispute I will not say, misunderstanding. Okay, wrong word to dispute. So there is 3,000-4,000 square meter land, and the tenant was there in the middle of the property. So tenant wanted to build a house for his children because he has become old, and Bhatkar was not giving him the land permissions. Same way, he doesn't want to go out of the property because his demands were more. So it was not matching. It took hardly 15 to 20 minutes for me. I called the Bhatkar. Bhatkar doesn't want to talk to the Munkar. Munkar doesn't want to talk. I talk to them separately. He's saying, what is demand? He said, I want 500 square meter, 800 square meter, something like that. Bhatkar is saying, as per the law, I am giving him 300 square meter. I said, tujhe naka, tajhe naka. Chal 500 square meter di. I told the tenants, you are getting 500 square meter land. Clear on your name. You can build apartment, houses, your children, 3 children, you give it to them. Bhatkar is also happy and Munkar is also happy. That's how this amicable settlement works. And the time going to the court, taking the dates. Again, you go to the lawyers in the evening. Again, back to the court. Again, the payments. So, the time spent in short time with amicable, with love, peace, and with with amicable, so a lot of dispute, misunderstand can be solved. Yeah.
You know, when you were talking about this, I was reminded that, you know, matchmaking is a big industry in India.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And especially...
By the way, my marriage is through matchmaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So especially people from wealthy families, big industrialists, they, it seems, intentionally hire matchmakers, pay a lot of money to them. Why? Because they don't want to approach another family saying we are interested in your daughter. They don't want to put their ego low. You know, they don't want to see like they don't want to seem like they are asking. So they hire these guys who then make the arrangement.
Yeah.
Right? So, in a way, I remember speaking to you, you were saying majority of the reasons why cases fail is because of ego
Yes.
and money.
Yes.
Can you share about that?
See, one case I told you that ego, I will not talk to him. He should come to me. I will not go to him. There was one, like two brothers again, big family, six, three brothers and their sibling becomes six. And each sibling have 3-4 children. Imagine. So now the problem is ego. Ego is what? He didn't call us for his wedding.
Okay.
So I will not call him. And that small thing he forgot or something like that, you know, a small kind of misunderstanding. That card was not given or not. He didn't call him personally. So that small dispute went for years and years. Now the children are grown up. And Saturday we party. Are then walk on what is my cousin? Are you are from this place? I okay. Are you and mother and my mother are cousins?
What
Are
are you
that
saying?
dispute is there? That is your property. You know it hard. Are sold rehte. Chal tomorrow we'll sit and we'll close it. Understood. So this is the ego and their setbacks, side effects. And if you like other thing what you said was
Money.
money. There is one song na, na bibi na bacha, baap bada boy, sabse bada rupaya. So there should be a limit for money. If we have agreed, then there is no answer to that. So see, initially I said ki don't sell the property, and if you are selling, priority Goan. First give priority to Goankar, maybe the small time contractor or maybe the big builder of Goa. Now, if you want to sell the property, some people say, I will not sell the property. So there is a difference. See, there are three families. The property is in XYZ area. For example, we'll take Verna. For example, the property is in Verna. All the family members are in Verna. The land is in Verna. Now, what has happened is that land is slowly getting encroached by the migrants. So this family decided that we cannot go there every time and very difficult and industrial area. We will sell that land. Now one family member who is wealthy, who is staying abroad, he has a love for Goa. But here you should understand the status of the property and the people who are staying here. That is the only source of income for them. If the property gets sold, they can do children's marriage, education, fees, they can buy a good car. And in that case, you should sell the property. And the person who is not selling, that is not a greed. That is again an ego. I will not sell. So people are in Goa, staying who are here, they're getting suffered because of one person's ego. I will not sell the property to outsider. I will not sell it to them. I will not sell. So that should not be also. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. I remember when we were speaking, you also mentioned of two brothers who were planning to sell a property, and one unnecessary statement was made, and the entire thing got collapsed.
Yeah. Yes, it happened. And I was there. I placed
What is the context?
means like they were selling the property, same like encroachment, and I cleared everything with legal thing, police and all, we cleared. And they said now they have become 65, 70-year old, and their children are still driving tankers and all. So they want to sell the property and do something good for their family. So what has happened was everything amicably, the dispute was settled, which was there for a very long period of time. And I knew one of the brothers. He's quite senior citizen, 70, 75 years. So I said, Bhau, means so much of encroachment are happening and you don't go to your own properties and your children want to sell the property. See that, like, say people are doing driving, and you are worth around crores of property. They all are coming to me and tell, Daddy, Baba sang, we sell the property. And now the two brothers, children, there are 4 or 5 children to them. It's become more numbers. So he said, I दूसऱ्या भावाकडे उलय ना तू वचून उलय. I went to his house. I made them understand the situation. This is the requirement for you, why you have to sell. Other thing is you divide it. You do partition of your property. Your thing you keep, your side, and your brother's share he will keep. Let you decide among that. But you settle the property. Don't make it dispute and third person take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Then they decided individually, they said, okay, we will sell. Amount fixed. Sale deed draft is done. Sale deed draft is approved by the sub-registrar. DDs are taken. And now the signing. Me and my friend went to, not to their house, third person's house. Because his brother is not going to his house, he is not coming to his house.
Okay. Full ego.
Okay, again. So we called up my friend and they arranged a meeting. So this guy came with his army, 4 or 5 sons, then daughter-in-law, all this thing. That uncle came with his family. Now what to do? They don't want to see each other's face. So one brother, I kept it on the first floor. That my friend's daughter's bedroom and all that garden, terrace they were sitting. And this family was down. Now you have to give them cha, coffee and all. Signing, it's a big signature, 30, 35 people have to sign. So everything finalized. Darling. Now bottom means thumb impression. We have to give, first we will sign and put the bottom. DD, paise rahe. See uncle, this is demand draft, not a check. Okay, everybody check. Let's sign. Devacha now and sign. When I was about to give the check, one brother who came from the first floor, आका बशिल्ल्याकडे फुकट मेळटा मरे. Are?
So basically said this guy is getting money for nothing.
All these years I look after the property. This guy was somewhere else. Now he taking 50%. Are, I said we have already spoken about this. Already done. I said, घेऊन बसू नका. Don't think much. Na. Maka naka पैसे. I was saying, nah. I'm telling you, such things happen. Now they are experts.
Oh, so he did not sign.
He did not sign.
He did not sign. He didn't take the check.
Yeah.
All of this effort was wasted.
All wasted.
And
even
then what happened?
And I have to listen from my client also. Uska commission bhi matlab gaya. The DD commission. We were supposed to put it was using for this good guy from Bombay. Though he's outside, he's a good guy. He's supposed to put a medical college come hospital. And that too in the name of that family.
Oh my gosh.
And that family. I will not name, it's a big family. In their name, he said, for example, Mr. Rajesh Khanna is there. He'll say Rajesh Khanna and Mr. Kamath property, hospital and hospitality. That will remain for the years. You will get employment.
As a legacy.
Yeah.
So it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
And then what happened?
Now they both are expired. One person expired last year in GMC.
Okay.
And we don't know where his wife is now, because I should say I don't know, but I used to give him small amount of money for his livelihood, for his treatment. And one day he expired in GMC. Now his children are there, they are come to me, Raghu, what a settle Korea. Like, now what has happened is more than 20-25% property is more encroached.
Oh.
And I will not go into that panchayat, gram panchayat and all. My concern is about you should take care of your properties. It is your wealth. Maybe you earned it, your parents earned it, or maybe it's a legacy your great grandfather earned it. Having your land is a blessing, and you should restore it. And if you want to selling it, you use it for a good purpose and a good people. One more thing I would like to mention. So these are the live examples I am telling you. There was one property sale, a small property, one house somewhere in Moira. And I was doing brokerage. I'm telling you 20 years ago. That time I didn't have any money, one like scooter, and I was doing like brokerage, apartment rentals. So the owner is my friend. He said, I'm selling my house, so and so person, and tomorrow is the sale lead. So I asked him, who is the buyer? He said, I don't know. Somebody has bought. Are you don't know means what? No, somebody is there, he's paying me full money. Demand draft, no cash, nothing, no cash business. Black. Okay. I said, but you should know. So he asked that other fellow, Are to kon geta to? He said, some person from Bombay. So he asked him whether you are buying. His name is different, Aadhaar card is different, and that time Aadhaar card was not that.
PAN card?
Yeah, PAN card was there. Aadhaar card was not mandatory. So, driving license, all these things, Then some XYZ name came. He said, your name is different because you said you are buying. No, he said, I am not buying. My friend's friend is buying. Friend's friend is buying. He is into different activities. So, in short, he was a criminal.
Oh.
So, when you are selling your property, you should know that money what you are receiving, from what source it is coming.
Why is that important?
So, if you are selling a property to a criminal and he has a bad record, so if something, legal action is taken, so departments are there, they'll come after you.
Oh.
Yeah. Now the 60-40, 30-70 cash thing. So that's money laundering cases. Then they always convert their black money into white in properties. It is not you only receive, you should know. I'm selling this property to this person. He has a house here. Okay, this is Aadhaar card. Now it is possible. But still, you have to verify. It is maybe it is a Goan company or outside company or any private limited company. You should know whom you are selling the land and what is the source you are getting the money from. Yeah.
So, from what I understand is a lot of people suffer because of encroachment.
Yes.
So that means they've not secured their property.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. How do you secure your property and what are the dangers of not securing it?
See, first of all, your document has to be very clear. You have to keep checking your name in your government records. Suppose there is a dormant account and you have not seen your property. Somebody may come and put his name and claim it as a whatever co-owner. So you have to check your names and everything in your form 1 and 14, or it is the municipal area, that is a D form, B form. You have to check those things. And regarding if you have a land, small land, agricultural land, orchard land, settlement land, any kind of land, you have to go and visit personally. At least once in 3 months, once in 6 months, you have to go and check. And if you don't do that, take it from me, in today's date, there are, aliens waiting to grab the properties. Lot of cases are happening. If it in the papers, it is coming. Many properties, land grabbing. If you don't keep a watch, don't secure your property, it is like protecting the fort. So land is like, chest of treasure, wealth, money, currency. And it is your duty to protect it. Maybe it's your property, or maybe after you it is supposed to go to your children, or that property maybe your grandfather has given you. So it is both the sides, it's your duty to protect the land for the sake of your parents. Maybe you bought the property, maybe for the future. Otherwise, if you leave it openly, somebody will come and put one gada there. Somebody will put some scrapyard. One day somebody put some plants and he'll say that I'll start a nursery. Then say that I've been here for so many years. Then he'll take an electric connection. Then he'll put some water connection. Once you have to both two things, then they'll put one small jopdi. You're understood. So it is very much required to safeguard, protect your properties.
And do you also recommend fencing the entire property throughout? Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's too large.
Too large. So I'll tell you one example. One lady from South Goa. She had a property in Vasco. And she has approached me maybe 6-7 months back, saying that I have a property I want to sell. I went and see the property, visited the property. I saw there are 3-4 jhopadpatti there, and one building is built. So I called her from there. So she said that the building which is there is her munkar or the tenant. And I asked the munkar, what are these jhopadis? He said he built himself and he has rented out to some laborers. So I advised, madam, say you are in South Goa. I mean, I'll not take the name. And the property is in Vasco, Mormugao. When last time visited, he said, no, Baba, I'm not gone for years. But my property is very nice. See, it is your overlooking sea. I said, that is fine. But property, there are already encroachment. So you do something about it. He said, I'm not doing anything, you do. So sometimes what happens, I have to go out of the way to help senior citizens. I have a soft corner for them. So I went, talked to the person called the local corporator, and he's a friend of mine. He said, "Theek hai, we'll." This lady now, once she came to know that it's getting settled, she started increasing the price. I said, forget about selling or not selling, but protect your property. Now, if you see Patrao, the whole property is with a jhopadpatti.
Oh.
And now she wants to sell. Now nobody is ready to buy. You cannot evict those jhopadpattis.
Why can't you evict them?
Go to the court. They have electricity connection. If it is coming on the record, I don't mind. But they have electricity connection. They have a water connection. They have, I don't know what, gar number, the numbers. Legally or illegally. Property belongs to that lady. Third person is enjoying. He is getting monthly rent. He knows she cannot do anything. So that's why I said, if you do at the initial stage, protect your properties. Fence it if it is possible. If it is not possible, at least go once in a 6 months and see. Or at least show your prop. Sometimes people hide their properties from others. If you are old, you have to tell the your children, siblings, this is our property, this is my property. There are many properties people don't know, and so third person is encroached on that property. They have put their names officially. How it happened now? If your property, you have to go to the court to prove that they are not the owners. So if it was done at the early stage, keeping a watch on it, vigil on it, these such things can be avoided. What I feel, yeah.
Interesting. Now, there are some people who also may not want to sell the property. They may be a large family, large piece of land.
Yes.
They don't want to sell the property. Can they also partition it, and how can they do that?
So that again comes under amicable settlement. Few people want to sell, few people don't want to sell. Now, if they, why, I cannot ask why you want to sell. It is none of my business. I tell them, don't sell. Retain it. We'll find us. If you want money, we'll do for a joint venture. I'll get you a good buyer. I'll get you a good architect. I'll give you a good surveyor. I'll give you a good valuer. You understand what is the wealth of a property, value of a property. In that case, one person want to sell, other person don't sell. I'll tell them, do partition. Demarcate your area. Share it 50-50 or whatever your share is. Partition it. It's very easy. Appoint a surveyor. We provide. In such case, we just give them help. We don't go do partition and all. We do this. Partition, put it in the deputy collector or civil court. And wherever your nearest thing, get a good lawyer. Partition it and keep your property. But secure your property. Yeah.
Okay, so that's also
Yeah.
possible.
Partition is possible.
So I mean, I really appreciate that you are. This is kind of like a social service.
No, sir. This is not a social service.
It's not a social service. Definitely, you have your professional fees. You are employing reputed lawyers, and
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
called the friend of the court.
Yeah.
However, for the first time in Goa, this is happening. It's kind of the need of the hour. How did
Thank
you realize that something like this is also important, and how can people get in touch with you?
See, my number is already, I'm available on the social media also. And Raghu Shetiya is somebody I can share my number, mobile number and everything at the end of the session. First I understand what is their concern is. And then depending upon the requirement, I advise them. So my fees depends. As you said, it's not a social service because I have my staff and everything. And I'm into other businesses also. But most of my businesses are business and social impact.
Yeah.
So I find this amicable settlement, if it is helping people, securing their property, if this model clicks in Goa, it can be adopted in other states also. Many states, it is not the first time in the court, this amicus curiae, what I told, that is appointed by the court. So I am not a lawyer to give any judgment. So what I do is, I request the concerned parties to speak to your lawyer, whoever is there, and other side also speak to the lawyer. I make them understand this is the way we want to go ahead. What is your opinion on this? Emotional misunderstanding, ego, money, that everything part I will take care.
Mhm.
But putting it legally and presenting it in front of the court so that there is no future problems. So I help them in that way.
Mm.
Yeah.
Amazing. We'll definitely share your number. And I think
Thanks.
I think this video should be watched by every single person who owns land in Goa.
I'm not marketing anything here because this is the need of the hour. If you see Goa, the influx and Goa's population, our identity, our existence, if that is at the stake, so everybody should seriously take a note of it. If they don't want to, take my services, I'm fine. I'll give you free advice.
Yeah.
But you, for yourself, for the future of Goa, I request them ki you speak to your friends and take whatever assistance. If I'll be very happy to give them.
That's amazing. I think Mr. Shetiya, you are an asset to the people of Goa.
Oh, thank you.
And a lot of Goans have this issue, so it's very important that they have a friendly advice from you, and very kind of you to offer advice at least. If they don't take your services, it's fine, but at least the advice.
Yeah, see, when Ram was building that Ram Setu to Lanka, so there were small squirrels, putting small stones. That job I am doing. I am not doing anything great. That's it. My duty, and I feel it is concern I'm doing. That's all.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
When we met earlier, I was asking you a little bit about your life story and how you reached at this point, right? And I believe you studied engineering, and then you were working on small projects I think you were running a
wood business.
Yes, you were running the wood business and doing everything yourself and saving money and trying to. But then from there, you started realizing that you have to do something bigger, right? It's very interesting that you decided to say, hey, I want to probably start a business of my own, or I want to start a venture of my own. Can you share a little bit about your background?
Okay. See, actually, I'm from the middle class family. My father is a banker. Now he's retired. He's retired from Syndicate Bank. And initial few years I studied in Kursade because my roots are from Bicholi, Mulgaon. But my dad that time got transferred to, he also has something social kind of, going out of the way. And the bank always used to transfer him to remote areas where nobody wants to go. And he was taking. So from Goa, he was transferred to some village after Karwar. and we were staying in one room kitchen, and from there again he got transferred to somewhere near Hubli. And that it was Hubli, it was horrible, like, no electricity in the quarters, and we used to walk 1.5 kilometer, me and my sister, with that gumboots, and it is that area, the mud is full, like black mud. If you put a gumboot, it sticks. And from there again he transferred to UP, from there to Mumbai. So I used to, I came across many people from my childhood. I know most of the place of India, how their culture is, how they behave. So I have friends all over India. After my finishing engineering, I joined my dad, because dad took a retirement from the syndicate bank, and he started wood business, timber. My great grandfather was a forest contractor, and that's the ancestral business. I worked with him, and before that I should tell you, because I did automobile engineering, and when you were in college you have the dreams.
Yeah.
I will do this. You might be having, I'll
Yeah.
shoot a movie on this. Sometimes it is not possible. It is
What
God's.
were your dreams?
My dreams are my dreams of putting petrol pump. I'm telling you, 96, 97.
Yeah.
I passed in 96. Putting a petrol pump, garage, those Lamborghini cars, big dreams, not chota mota nahi. So then I told my dad, I cannot stay in Goa. I'm going Bombay. So Bombay, I worked as a bus conductor.
As a bus conductor?
Yeah, my uncle has a fleet there, buses for schools. Arun Travels, they have buses. So I was a bus conductor, 6 months. Bachcho, upar chado, niche utro, like. Then I thought, ye bhi something is not happening. I want to do something of my own. Then I came to Goa. I joined my dad with the business. My dad is a bit strict, but he gave me, he was really friendly with me. But my ideas and his idea was not matching. Obviously, you have to listen to the experienced people, but I was overexcited, you can say. 1.5 or 2 years, 3 years I did business with my dad. And we were supplying wood to the builders. And we have acquired more than 50% of the market at that time. Competing with all the others. Very less margin we used to supply wood. And I was cutting the wood, go to the sawmill, get the wood cut, load it myself on the tempo, make a challan, go to that builder's site, unload it, and make the bill, give it to the office. And whenever the payments are ready, to go and collect. So one day my dad said,
so basically that's how you kept the prices low, because you were doing everything. You didn't have a lot of employees and staff.
I was wrong, but
no, why do you think? Today you know you were wrong, but tell us. So what did your father say?
So that's what my father said, to save some money. This is not your job. You will save some money by not paying the loader, by not paying this. Your work is bigger work. You see that you employ other people. You see that you give employment to others. Not do you alone can do all the things. Then that line struck me, and with that I left that business.
Oh yeah.
I said, okay, you told me this, I want to do bigger things. Then I started looking into properties.
But I really like the idea that your father gave. See, from what I understand, you were like, you had that mentality, maximize profit. I can do everything myself. I don't need to hire anyone. So that's why I can keep my costs low. The people can have the best quality for the lowest price. So I feel like, in a way, Marwadi is also like that. They're very hardworking. They want to cut costs. They want to do everything themselves. Okay, so you were like that, like proper,
half Marwadi.
Half Marwadi, correct. And then your father gave you another idea. Listen, son, you gotta also give employment to others. You can't do everything yourself because you got to be the brain of the operation.
Yes, correct.
You have to be the one that grows the business, not about doing the menial tasks.
Yes.
I like that idea. Can you tell me how that impacted your life?
See, my dad is my guide. And I never think small. Small things I never think. Even my mother tells me, whatever you buy big things. when I had like 4 or 5 lakhs rupees, I made some money. I went and bought Innova. Okay. I bought Innova, that's fine. I took number 0001.
Okay.
And that time only top ministers, they're having that VIP number. I remember director of transport kept my RC book with him. He said, I want to see who this man is. So I went, sir, my RC book, any problem? He said, somebody financed you. This is minister's car, na? He is buying in your name. I said, no, sir. My money, hard-earned money, I'm buying. And 001 number, you have to pay 75,000. I said, yes, sir, officially I paid. I have nothing to hide. I don't have black money. The money what I have, everything I put in this car.
Okay.
And this is my car. Please give me. And he was so happy. And I said, very good, very good. So I always dream big. From there I started real estate, building small like houses and all. And that time rates were also very less. Then I met my friends from Mumbai, and they said, "Raghu, you're doing well, so do something." So what we'll do? I said, we'll do a big project. He said, are you civil engineer? I said, no, but I know everything. And those my friends trusted me, and like that I completed 4 big projects.
Okay.
Yeah, and all successful. And
These are apartment projects?
Apartments and villa project. Few we did on JV model, and few like owners didn't have the property. Only they had 1 and 14, and one of their co-owners, they were from Pakistan.
Okay.
Before partition, they went there, all the document we have to create, and they are also happy. With 114, we could collect all the documents, and we took all the permissions with the authorities, SEBI, all the authorities, paid the money, and building is built. And the building I built on her mother's name. And I built one project in Basra. I built is Immaculate Gardens. I built on the owner's name, Immaculate. So that is how I came into this.
Interesting. So you've so after you quit your father's business, you got into small-time contractor. Then you did larger projects.
Yes.
Then I believe you started something to solve the taxi issue in Goa.
That is a very controversial thing. But I remembered, I should not repeat again and again, I think big. But with humble this thing, I'll tell you, we had gone to Israel few years ago. Industrial visit. That time, late Deputy CM Francis D'Souza was there, and GCIC, the panel has gone. They took me just for study tour, and I saw that there is something called app or something like the taxi, and it was quite interesting. So I was sitting in the bus. I started making notes on the bus, and when I came here, I straight away went to then Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar. Sir, this is my idea. What is that idea? Sir, I want to do something online taxi. App was not there at that time. What app? What is online? I said we'll make a call center, and we will have all the taxi data. People from anywhere can call us. WhatsApp was not there at that time. Call us and we will provide you the taxi. And per taxi, I will take 50 rupees commission. I said, very good idea. And that time, Ola came. And I was against Ola. I will be very frank with you. I said, my people from taxi people from Goa, they have to make money, but reasonably, not with the cheating, not harassing the tourists, but the real taxi people who want to earn that, to smoothen the tourism business, to taxi, to transport business. It was required. So I started that. And I gave a name as a Taxi Go. But the concept was such that it was beneficial to everybody. And later, Mr. Parrikar's health was not good. So I could not pursue it. And then my office was sometimes, I got threatening also that time. But I continued it.
Why did you get threatened?
See, threatening is there are anti-social elements in all industry. in my last interview, I told like some people called taxi car gundas. I feel bad about it because all taxi cars are not gundas. But I will also say that all taxi cars are not good also. Maybe a few percentage of people. So now I'm coming up with a new app called Bondi. This is not an aggregator app. In aggregator app, what happens is Ola, Uber, other things, they get on every trip they get commission. Suppose 1,200 is airport to Panjim, they get 100, 200 or something like that. That is the commission. My model is not on that. I don't want anything 1 rupee from the taxi fellow, taxi person. My app is like, suppose you come from Calcutta, you landed in Panjim, you want to go to Kalangut. You download the Bondi app, you will find 10 or whoever taxis are there, all the numbers you will get.
Near you.
Near you. You
Okay.
call them directly, speak to them. Now, the tourist doesn't know how far is Kalangut. So on the app it shows it is 12 kilometers. What is the approximate price? Okay, 1,200, 1,000. So he understands I should not pay more than 1,200. So he is safe. Now he calls directly to the drivers. See how much is how much you will charge. He'll say 1,000. He'll call another driver. Say 1,100. And whatever money he pays is directly goes to the driver. We charge only commission per month. That is per day 10 rupees.
Oh, that's
Only
very
10
affordable.
rupees, yeah. And you make n number of trips. You take them Goa tour, South Goa tour, North Goa tour. You hire it for 1 month, 2 months. We don't bother. You just pay 10 rupees per day. The new concept in India. I don't think anybody in India has it. And that's what, through this podcast, I would like to request to a Goan taxi, my friends, is you see this app. And if this app clicks in Goa, it will completely be a game changer. We don't want American companies come here and make money. You join us and let the tourism flourish. Government is doing very good for the tourist and tourism department, tourism minister. Everybody is doing very, very good. But the thing is, because of this bad name, now real estate is down again. Because people put negative reels about taxis, harassing, thrashing. It happens also. I am not denying it. In Anjuna, this area it happens. And for the few political mileage, people use these people.
So, taxi mafia in Goa is very famous.
I will not say there's a taxi mafia.
What do you call them? Union.
Taxi unions.
Many people call them taxi mafia. So, what is their opposition? Have they opposed this app?
I have launched this last 6-7 months ago. 500 to 600 taxi already online registered, and I'm not telling you the numbers. It is there, you can see on the app, any app, how many subscribers you can see. So they are not opposing it, but few people are influencing few taxi people to not to get downloaded. The people who own more number of taxis, they don't get affected. The person who owns a taxi, one taxi, and his livelihood is on the taxi, he is getting benefited, and real Goan taxi people are joining me. So there is no much opposition, but they have to be educated, that's all.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, and 10 rupees per day is amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. So we wish you the very best on this. I mean,
Thank
I think
you.
Goa needs a taxi revolution.
Yes, see, our backbone is, once upon a time it was a mining. Now mining is slowly they are coming up with the central government matter and the court. I don't have to say anything about this, but second is the tourism. If the tourism doesn't remain in Goa, there will be starvation. There will be nothing. We don't have anything. We don't have agriculture. Fishing, you see on the Malim Jitendra, 98% people are outsiders from Orissa, this Jharkhand, not even Karnataka, Maharashtra. Agriculture, how many people are doing agriculture? Very less. So what is the source of income? Mining, it will take its own time.
Yeah.
Tourism, with the hospitality, with the conscience, ki Goan maje. Do for Goan, this with the love for the state, if everybody thinks in a positive way, so definitely we can make Goa as a Singapore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm wishing you the very best on this Bondi. I think
Thank you.
Goa really needs that as a state.
Thank you.
And many people should download it. I think for Goan taxi operators, if you have a single vehicle,
Yeah.
it'll really benefit you.
Yes.
I didn't understand why you said that for those who have many taxis, it does not benefit them much, or it does not affect them much. Why do you say that? How does that work?
Yeah, normally you see the statements come from few leaders saying that Goankarache potareta means we are coming on their livelihood like that. The people who drive the taxi drivers, you should take the ratio. Apart from few at the Pedne, I mean Manohar International Airport and this Daboli Airport, Goans are there who are driving the taxis. All others are from outside. If I have 10-20 taxis, I am not driving all 20 taxis. I'll hire drivers. Drivers are outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't get affected if one taxi, not another taxi will go. And person, because of strike and all, if one day his taxi stops, he's like, I was coming from Mopa one day. It was 10 o'clock at the night. And I hired a taxi from Yellow Black or whatever. And one old person, maybe 65-year-old, he's driving car at a 25-30 kilometer speed. I got bored. I said, uncle, क्या ना पावतलो पणजे? ना बाबा मशीन बाजार. म्हाका 4 दिसान भाडे मेळ्ळा. Now 10 o'clock, I leave from Mopa. He'll drop me to Penjim. आणि मागीर कसो वतलो रे तूं? ना मागीर पेडणे घरा न्हू. पेडणे वयता. Imagine his full life is on that taxi. His family, his children, everything depend, and he's working at now 10 o'clock. He'll reach by 12 o'clock with glasses, raining. So he needs business.
I didn't understand. You said Char Disan something.
There are too many taxis in that counter. So the turn comes.
Oh, he gets a ride only every 4 days.
Yeah, 3 days, 4 days, 2 days, like that. If it is a season, it 2 days. If it is not season, 4 days. And one more thing I want to ask this so-called whatever taxi mafia. I don't call them mafia. They call themselves, or people call them. I don't want to say anything. Oh, you tell me one thing. Which taxi fellow wants their children to be a taxi driver? You go and ask the taxi fellow's wife. तुका तुझो भुरगो परत टॅक्सी ड्रायव्हर जाल्लो जाय काय तुका बरो दोतोर भितर इंजिनियर सॉफ्टवेअर इंजिनियर जावपा जाय. So what these people are not adopting the technology, not understanding technology simply for the sake of voting, creating the hype. This is happening. So at the interest of your children, that is my concept. You change the whole system from that. Business will remain with you. Let them only. Will not. That's why I opposed Ola and Uber. I said no outside taxis will come. If they come, they'll finish Goa. Our boys will only work. They will only get the money. And their children, their families will grow. Their children will study, will learn, go to bigger heights, get some good jobs. That is my view for the taxi.
Absolutely. Now, one thing we haven't talked about yet is DNA. And you are most famous known because of DNA, the internet service provider. You won so many awards. You've become Businessman of the Year. You've been featured in multiple publications. Tell us about how DNA started. I believe somebody from one of your friends from Bombay said, hey, why don't you get into this internet business?
Yes. See, as earlier I told you, I love those businesses where there is a social impact. If you tell me you get money and put some liquor factory, I will not go into that. If it is giving employment for 500 people, I'll definitely do. So DNA at the time when we started in 2017, and that time internet was very expensive. Government was giving them laptop or something like that, free of cost. and it was difficult for them to get internet. I mean, pay for it. I'm not from that field. I don't know anything. I don't even broadband. I don't know. I don't know what Mbps. Nothing. I'm zero. I'm mechanic. Automobile.
Yeah.
You know, pakkad iska screwdriver.
So yeah, you were automobile engineer. You were a sawmill, timber supplier. You worked as a conductor. You got into construction as a contractor. Then suddenly you're hearing about internet.
Driver
you didn't know
also.
anything. Driver as well.
Yeah.
So
I
you-
drove one day on 31st night. We took one booking.
Okay.
There were no taxis available, and airport Panjim to airport was they were charging 5,000 rupees.
Wow.
So chalo, I said, "Aaj bade Maria." Take my Innova and drop. Are everybody's happy. Are we booked Wagoner. Are Innova. I said free. Chalo. I took some 2,500 for them.
So you've done all of these jobs, and then somebody is telling you, why don't you start an internet service provider?
Yeah.
And you had no clue about that.
I
at all.
was that time in Hyderabad with my daughter and my wife, looking at the Charminar and thinking, आज कौन सा बिरयानी खाएंगे? Like my wife might doesn't. तुम आपण है ना, तू जाते खा, पाया भी तू खा. So suddenly I get a call. Raghu, we want to start internet business. I say, what is that? That fiber optic cable. And what is that fiber optic cable? अरे तू चढ तकली घाल नाका. But we want you to be that. आम्ही लोकांक कितें फायदो जातलो? अरे लोकांक इंटरनेट मेळटलें मरे, लॅपटॉपाक कनेक्शन. I remembered, the person has told me they have a laptop. Without internet, it is a piece of gadget. No use. I realized, I said, I'm there. I'm joining you. I said, okay, done. Where are you? I said, I'm in Hyderabad.
Okay.
So, how it started, then we were the first company to give internet connection without any installation charges. Installation charges that time 5,000, 10,000. So initially, we started for the students who were getting the laptops and for their use, and no installation charges. And so at least 2,000-3,000 students might have. We don't have a data. We book in the name of their parents or. So all of a sudden, within that, when we launched, within 1 year, we got some 1,000, 2,000 subscribers or customers. So I'm happy with that. That's how DNA started.
Okay.
My DNA is for the people. That is my DNA.
Yeah. I think you became most famous for DNA. Can I say that?
Yes, obviously. I thank my partners for that.
Yeah.
And my customers. Because why I became famous is that it was during COVID times.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was shut. And forget about the daily requirements or essential things. People didn't understand when they were locked in the room. They wanted some kind of mental health. Only thing was TV and internet.
Mm-hmm.
And that time I remember me and my 4 or 5 staff wearing that mask, full mask, full body mask.
Oh, okay. Full body covering, yeah.
Full
PPE.
body PPE kit. And it was so hot inside. Sometimes, we used to sweat water in, like we were sitting in the office. In the night, we used to go out, pulling the cable, and we see that people get internet at their house. They can watch movies, TV, serial. Software engineers, they started work from home. So that's how people noticed my work. We didn't advertise anywhere that I've done this. I said this. But that's how people see me. I've become famous through DNA. Now we have 1,002. Now we have 15,000. We're serving. We're making business. We have almost 70, 80 staff. Employment we are giving. I'm also getting some money. I'm happy.
You have a real heart for people. And one thing is employment. You want to give more employment to people. I see you have a heart to do things that impact society in a positive way.
Yes.
I want to ask you a question. Have you ever thought about, you have so many fans, so many followers. Have you ever considered politics?
No, not my cup of tea. I'm not interested. Okay, if somebody gives me some responsibility do for social thing like child welfare or anything, hospital, that I can do. But I don't want to.
Why
do
not?
it.
I mean, if you get into politics, you can serve a lot more people.
See, what happens is in India, there are two things works. One is the government, and other is a party. Both are different. Party is different, and government is different. So what happens is when you are branded with such one party, unnecessarily you are making enemies from the other party. So better to be friendly. Sabka saath, sabka vikas. Modi ji says I came. Then I like Modi ji's Atmanirbhar Antyodaya. Antyodaya is one project which is from last person of the society, maybe from any caste, any creed. Poor should come up. And chief minister's that is Swayam Goan. I like. I respect Rahul Gandhi ji also. I respect Kejriwal sir also. I respect Vijay Sardesai also. I respect, high respect for CM sir, Honorable CM sir. I have friends from Central also, but never thought of any makanaka. My wife is also against the politics. They're happy go, small family. See.
Okay, so if not politics, if they approach you with any social service, what would you like to be a part of?
I will choose law and order because being this a tourist state, looking at the influx of the tourists coming, migrants coming, and crime rate is increasing. It is now I don't means now it is doing good. I don't want to say anything because you may ask now the government is not doing good or bad. Maybe it is a Congress, BJP, whichever government it is. If they give me the social responsibility to look after some area, I will choose definitely law and order.
Awesome. Mr. Shetiya, it's been an absolutely incredible time spending with you. I learned so many things from your story, from your mindset, from what you want to do to serve society.
Yes.
That's very inspirational to me. And more important than all of that is that now you are providing a service to landowners.
Yes.
To people who've been disputing for years.
Yes.
And I think that's really, really important. Apart from all of the various things, you're doing Bondi, you're doing DNA, you're doing so many things. So we really wish you the best. I love your industriousness.
Oh.
You're always busy, you're always doing things, you're active.
I'm coming up with one more model
more
now.
things.
Yeah, I'll surprise you. One more model is coming up. Now this mining has already stopped. Means now it is starting. There are n number of mining pits, kilometers, big. They have become like a big holes on the earth, 2 kilometers by 3 kilometers. I'm trying to convert those pits into tourism hub.
Oh, really?
You know the layers, how the mining pits are? They're in the layers. I want to do some plantation or agriculture, horticulture, and down. The concept is already I've shared with the department, and it is sustain on its own with the solar. That water which remains in that pits, because of that pits, that water gets drained into the ground, and that goes to the nearing wells.
And the nearby wells get contaminated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So my concept is that you purify that water there itself, stop it from draining with the minerals, and with the same water you can do a lot of things, sports, mud biking, then hydroponic plantation, then handicraft, then you can make a stays there, So there are n number of things I have already mentioned, made a project report, shared with the mining stakeholders. So it is a government and a central government involvement is there. There are a lot of permissions, but they like my concept. If that works, 2-3 mining pits I convert into this tourism hub. 3-4 हजार लोग कामाक तरी लागतले.
Amazing. I mean, I love it. In fact, I want to spend more time with you because you're buzzing with ideas and you're also executing. It's been an absolute pleasure, Mr. Shetty. Thank you for being a guest on my podcast.
Thank you, sir. And really, thank you once again for calling.
Most welcome.